to this banned books thing, Beloved by Tony Morrison is on a banned books list. Tell me how that's about drag queen story hour or whatever.
I can tell you other books that are.
Well, but you said all of these books are about things that kids shouldn't be knowing about. There's a portrait of the life of a slave in this country. How does that end up on a banned book list? And those are things that people in the middle, independents, moderate Republicans, and Democrats are asking. Why has that been looped in with CRT?
Maybe because the people are doing it are nutty. Maybe they're there's two examples. Maybe those people are nutty, or maybe it wasn't age appropriate. I have not read Beloved. Maybe there's something in there that's not age appropriate.
Read it tonight, and you get back to me tomorrow.
No, I'm not going to do that. You should actually bring more facts and tell us how this happened.
What do you mean how it happened?
No, you're saying you brought two examples that no one's heard of.
Okay, so that was, I guess, one of the more moderate members of the Five saying they are now banning, Republicans are banning so many books that no argument can be made that they're inappropriate are being included. And look at the knee-jerk reaction from the other conservatives on the panel. Jessica Pirro slurs her way through saying, yeah, but other books are bad. So who cares? Who cares? Let's do so much censorship that like we get some of the ones we don't like and we get others too, but who cares? It's art, it doesn't matter, it's expendable. We'll just get so many things that some books that totally should be fine. I don't care, I'm not gonna read it. Kilmeade right there, or Gutfeld, I apologize. Gutfeld is like more explicit. I'm not gonna read it, I don't care. You should come with more facts. What are you talking about? She just said these books are on the list. What is the argument for taking them out? And he says, no, you tell me how it happens. She didn't do it. She's not trying to ban the books. The conservatives are trying to ban the books, but that's their reaction. There's nothing, no matter how far these forces go, no matter how many literally thousands of books they ban across the country, the supposed opponents of cancel culture will turn around on you. Why don't you argue for why these books shouldn't be banned by the government? That is how the free speech argument has developed in 2022, Nina.
The culture wars that are being propagated by these people, John, just really driving me crazy. And they are depriving our children of the opportunity to expand their world through the power of books. And who do they think that they are? So again, this amping up of a base of people who are more predisposed to believe this foolishness is really what is happening in this case. I mean, I'm starting to question what century we're in, John, at this point.
100%, and they moved so swiftly from supposedly being against cancel culture that grifters like Dave Rubin would literally write a book called "Don't Burn This Book." It's like 18 months later, they're banning. Well, let's jump to it. Books are banned in over 5,000 schools. Okay, you can see in this little map the breakdown. There are between 750 and 1,000 bans in schools in Texas alone. Don't worry, Texas, Florida's close. They're closing in on you, over 500 bans. These are the free speech warriors. These are the people who hate cancel culture. These are the people who want the government to just back off and let people live their lives. Until it comes to art, in which case, ban all of it, burn all of it, who cares? These are books nobody's heard of. Gutfeld would say. Well, look, that's a pretty expansive goddamn list. If you're going by the books that Greg Gutfeld hasn't read, he's willing to set fire to entire libraries. What's the difference? He's not gonna read any of it. But maybe for a kid, reading a book like that matters. Maybe a kid would want to expand their consciousness, their understanding of other people's way of life, to actually learn, to be curious. But that is now going by the wayside. At this point, effectively, a kid being able to and choosing to read a book is an act of rebellion. That is the position that the conservatives have placed us in, Nina.
Yeah, they have, and that is another reason why elections do matter. We need more people, especially on the state and local level, John, that those levels often get lost for the shiny object that is the Congress and the presidency. But as someone who served in the Ohio legislature, I do understand from experience how important it is to make sure that we are, and school boards too, John. I mean, all of these things are decided more on the state and local levels of government, and we have to elect more people who do truly believe in expanding horizons. I mean, what makes these people the deciders of what can be read and what cannot? Who gave them that power? You want to talk about an attack on democracy? This is just yet another way that they are attacking people's freedom. What the party of so-called freedom is taking people's freedom away from being able to have different types of books in the school system that will help edify the children of this nation.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah, you're free.
And parents
free
are
from
still
books.
in control, John. That's another thing. They want to try to pretend like these school systems are taking a parent's control away. They're not. Because if that child comes home with a book that the parent doesn't agree with, the parent can say it is their right. I won't let you read that book. So they're just creating these false boogeymans that are not there, again, to amp up their base and to continue to separate people one from another over foolishness. Imagine if they would use this kind of energy and synergy to actually make this country a better place.
Yep. Yeah, all that wasted energy, all that wasted local activism just to make sure that kids won't read books. It's pathetic.
That's right.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.